30 hertz straight up.
Hello again. Thank you for tuning in to another wonderful episode of Lupus Has No Face, the podcast where we talk about real struggles, real life, and beyond. I'm your host, Savannah Burts, and we are here with our lovely guest, Brie is in the building today. So welcome her.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Thank you.
I don't know where to look.
Oh, you can just at me or at anybody. We can just talk to each other like we're on the couch. We will be discussing behind the scenes how assistant director deal with individuals with autoimmune diseases. So people that have a character on a set. That's what we'll be discussing today. And we'll be discussing that because that's a part of my life now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for the people that do not know who you are, can you please tell them something about yourself or tell them who you are actually?
Absolutely. I'm Brie Harris. She listed my real name on her poster, but don't you ever call me that. I will not answer. I walk past like I got a hearing deficiency.
Noted.
All right, moving on.
Funny.
I like to refer to myself as a country girl stuck in the city. So I'm one of them. I got a creative side. I'm more of a writer though. So I give myself more writing credit than anything else. And then I got pulled into like the role I'm in now.
Yeah.
Because I was helping Teddy with the writing and editing his script or whatever. And he was like, yeah, you can help me. You got the vision. You see what I'm doing. You know how to lay stuff out. You know how to outline. Let me bring you on as assistant director. I'm going to train you. Cool. And then we parted ways and I'm back.
That is so dope. I'm so happy you came back because it just feels so warm.
Yeah.
No shots, Teddy.
You know, I got to kind of bring the lightheartedness to Teddy. Like,
you cool in your own way. But I'm glad that you're there because you're very attentive.
Yeah.
You don't play.
No.
You don't play. Like we come in, you like, no, I'll bring that back.
Mm-hmm.
No, say it like this. And I'm just like, I like that.
Yeah. I feel like if I don't directly pinpoint the issue, then we just beating around the bush. We dancing around it and we'll never find a solution. You know what I mean? Like, I've been raising kids all my life. So that mama instinct, it always come out like, no, bring it back. I need you to do this. I need you to do it like that. I need you to do this. But I try to give it in not a soft way, but like a even keel way. So people don't reject it. Like, who she thinks she talking to.
Right.
You know, can we just?
Yeah.
Who that bitch thinks she talking to? I don't ever want it to be like that because they don't know me. Y'all didn't know me when I first walked in.
No.
Teddy knew me. Honesty knew me. Nobody else knew me. I'm like, all right, let me be smooth so they get to know me. Then it's gonna be like, hey, what we doing? Like how I did in the last rehearsal. Like, okay, run that back. I'm seeing ass. I need you to go ahead and turn around. Your camera's here, you know, directing traffic type shit. But yeah, I try to be to people what I would want done to you. Exactly. So
that is so dope. Yeah. And y'all, I know they be like, you ain't never had no cussing on your show. I normally don't, but this is behind the scenes and what we're talking about. I want it to be authentic. So I'll let you be your authentic self.
Well, thank you. And you know what's crazy about that? I got a little message board on my door at work because I do medical records for a nursing home. So my door got to stay shut and locked. But I put like this whiteboard and I put a message every week. My message this week was be authentic with you. It's the highest frequency emotion. Authenticity emits the highest frequency of all emotions. And it's crazy you said that.
I believe that because
Yeah.
I'm normally. I didn't think about it twice. You're like, can I cuss? The answer is normally no, but I'm like, yeah, you can because I want them to understand what this is right now.
Yeah.
So for me, I have to say, when you gave it, it was received. Like I just, because it was like, do this, do that, but you was soft toned and everything. But I mean, you're easy to take to.
Yeah.
And I don't think everybody's going to be like that when you're in this industry.
Yeah.
Because I experienced some not.
Yeah.
But we can appreciate. I'm speaking for the whole cast. We can appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all.
I'm like, this is what I need right here. Lord Jesus. Okay. What led you into becoming an assistant director? I know that what you said earlier, but is it anything like deeper than that? Something that was rooted from when you was younger, or it was just something that you learned as you got older?
I always thought I wanted to act because I was a very, I want to say sheltered, but that's kind of not what I'm looking for. I'm the eldest of my mama 4 kids. Okay. I had to raise her kids when she divorced my daddy at 11. I was like the second parent, right?
Okay.
So because we had moved away from where we used to live at in this new neighborhood or whatever, she like, don't go outside till I get home. Don't let nobody in. Y'all stay in the house. I'm talking all summer. We had to stay in the house. So all we did was watch TV, movies for years till I left home at 17. I wasn't allowed to really do shit because I had to watch them.
Yeah.
And I thought I wanted to act. The first time I ever met Teddy, I went to audition for an open casting call to be in one of his shows. And I watched myself back and I was like, because I didn't like where my body was. I was bigger then than I am now. And I lost 30 pounds since then.
We're good.
Right? But I'm like looking at myself on camera like, no. What else can I do? And he found out I write because they made me do an improv scene. And I was like, oh, that was quick. You off the dome. I'm like, yeah, I write. That's what I do. I'm good with words. And he started showing me different things I could do behind the scenes. At first, it was like, well, take this camera. Let's see what you can do. Then it was like, oh, well, how you feel about editing video? And that's too tedious. That's too boring. I don't want to do that. And then it was like, well, I'm going to train you to be my assistant director because you got a vision. You know movies. You know, like, timing. I used to rap, so I understand timing.
I used to rap?
Yeah. Back in my
We're going to get us some exclusive tonight, y'all. We're going to have you spin a little bar.
Girl, I used to rap in the city. I was pretty big in the city, too, in, like, 08, 09.
What kind of rapper were you?
Not a P rapper, not a coochie rapper. It wasn't like Sexy Red. It was more like so my inspiration was T.I. and Jeezy. Right?
Oh, that
you understand?
Yeah.
So I was that type of rapper, you know, just
Okay.
talking about the stuff I've been through or whatever and dealing with men and all of that stuff. So my inspiration was T.I.
I'm trying to share it, y'all.
Right. So yeah,
I'm listening.
That was that's how I got into the assistant director position. It was just Teddy was like, yo, I see something in you. And then I realized I like being behind the scenes way more than in front of the camera.
Why?
Because I'm the type of person where if I don't want to smile, I'm not gonna smile. If I don't want to talk, I'm not gonna talk. So the thought of having to do press runs and do interviews on days where I'm feeling low energetically and my social battery empty.
Yeah.
I'd rather be behind the scenes. I'd rather make my money that way.
And I can respect that because a lot of people, because they want the credit of what it is that they do, they don't understand how to play their role in their position.
Right.
Because you are just as important as if somebody is up front.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're making it go. You're the battery that's making it go. And a lot of people don't understand that. They want to be like, oh, well, if that's my idea, I want people to know who I am.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't have to have that all the time.
No facts.
So when they do meet you, it's like, oh, you are the person behind X, Y, and Z.
Yep. And I
like
wanted that. I thought I wanted to be famous. And then I started getting a little known. You know what I mean? Like people would stop in the street like, hey girl, based off of my videos that I do. Right. I do a lot of I used to call them free game alerts. Like I used to be real heavy on social media, had a podcast when I was first into my spirituality in like 2020. The world shut down, nobody really had to go to work. I had time. You know what I mean? And people started recognizing me, and then I BS you not, Savannah. I would have women pass me in the street, like we just out and about living life or whatever, at the bar, whatever. And they'll mug me up and down like I just took their man. And I'm like, what's going on? And then the dude will call me like, yeah, my girl was tripping because I be watching your videos all the time. And they be like, why are you watching her? Why are you watching her? What's she in? And And I'm like, oh, this is what it ran. This is low level. This is small Milwaukee shit. Now imagine if that was amplified because I'm on somebody's big screen. I don't want that.
That is crazy.
It is.
And I cannot stand, I'm gonna say I never involved myself in that, but I can't stand that for us as human beings. Like, that's so crazy. When I first ran across you, you was so nice. It was like energy connected. And there was so many people in the room. Me, Ken, shout out to my girl Ken. She was with me.
Yeah.
And we were just talking. And I was like, can I have one of those? Can I have one of those? And you got us right together. It was at the boat. What was it?
Boat, rock the boat. What was it called?
I don't know. Don't give me the line.
For 2024. Yeah. It was that.
Yes. And it was at the that place downtown, Turner Hall.
Yep.
And we had a blast.
Yeah, we did. It was dope.
And so when I seen you, I'm like, I said, I'm so bad with names, man. I'm like, but I know who you. I've been around you. And you was like, so, I'm like, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah. As soon as I saw your Instagram profile, I was like, that's where I know you from, because I remember that picture. I remember, I swear to God, once I remembered, I saw the scene of us meeting at that voting thing, and I was like, yeah, I remember her, because I remember that we both had the same idea. Like, you don't find too many positive energy women in Milwaukee.
You don't.
To be able to be like, oh, your outfit cute, and you like, well, thank you, boo, you too. That's rare.
That's why my circle is my circle and has been my circle for years, like, period. Before stepping into this role, did you have any personal experience or connections to anyone that had a chronic or autoimmune disease that you experienced?
I didn't. My family as a whole, not really that close. Like, for me, my family is my immediate family. So my siblings, my granny, which is my daddy, mama who raised me, and her daughter, my auntie. Excuse me. But one of my cousins is my point. One of my cousins, she has lupus, but I don't really talk to her like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say that I'm close to her enough to understand it. But I'm a hypochondriac. So I thought at one point I had lupus. So I kind of researched the shit out of it. Like, I kind of understand it from a theoretical standpoint. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I don't know what it feel like.
Right.
But in essence, I kind of get it, because I know what it's like for your body to turn on you. Like, what the fuck? That
is so dope that you say that, because that can be mental health, that can be a breakdown, that can be depression, it could be anything.
Yep.
So for you to correlate the two is super, super dope.
Yeah, because I went through depression, like heavy depression. After my daughter, I went through postpartum depression, but at the time I didn't know what it was. I had my daughter in 2007. And mental health wasn't a thing back then. Like, we didn't talk about that shit. We didn't know about that. I didn't know nothing about no depression, postpartum. That was white people shit to us. You know what I mean? Like, in my family, in my household. So I know what it's like to feel like you know yourself, and then all of a sudden you like, I don't know this body. I don't know this mind. I don't know who the fuck I am anymore, and have to kind of like rebuild the pieces of yourself and, you know, make yourself into something that you want to be, because you done got broken so far down from within. And that's crazy. Like, mine was mental, like you said. So I can only imagine the physical part. Like,
So was you aware? Obviously you was aware that you was different, right? Yeah. So how long did it take you to seek help, if you seeked help, or did you do self?
I did self-help only because it was so taboo when I realized what it was when my daughter was 3, because I had got so bad to the point where my granny was like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. I ended up moving in with her so she can help me with my baby, because me and my mom, we don't really have that kind of relationship.
Yeah.
It's like, I raised your kids. I don't really trust you to raise mine.
Okay.
Because I've never seen you raise no kids. I raised them.
That's fair.
I mean? Not that me and my mom got a good relationship now. I done forgave her. Being a parent, going through depression, I realized that's what she had. She just had depression, and she didn't know what to do with it, because that wasn't something we talked about. You know what I mean? And oh, girl, I done lost track. I'm sorry.
No, this is perfect. This is perfect, actually. This is actually perfect.
So I didn't realize it until my granny was like, what's wrong? And then she said, you might have that postpartum. And I didn't know what that meant. So I went and Googled it. I'm a researcher. I'm an analyst. I got an analytical mind. So if I don't know something and it sparked my interest, or something I feel like can benefit me, I'm a researcher until I can't find nothing else on it. So I went and looked it up. And I'm like, this is exactly what's going on with me. I never wanted kids. I've been raising kids all my life. Left home at 17, got pregnant at 19. I wanted a family. And I thought that's what I would have had with her dad. And then we broke up 6 months after my baby was born.
That's gonna be another conversation for Glamorous Conversations. We're gonna pick up on that part of Glamorous Conversations. So
That's a doozy.
I'm gonna be interested in hearing that. So we're gonna put a pause on that. So we're gonna move on to behind the scenes of care. Many people don't truly understand what an assistant director does, like yourself. Can you walk us through what your role looks like day to day?
Yes. I think my role is more of a mashup because I do a lot of. So if I was on a major motion picture, I would be considered a writer because I would be in the writer's room flipping the script, right?
Okay.
So I would be taking the script and be like, oh, well, they wouldn't say that in real life. We're going to change it to this. Or that don't flow. We're going to change it to this. Because when it comes to movies and shows, they record in sound bites. So your lines are supposed to be like, they timed. You know what I mean? So with a musical mind, it's okay. For example, hey girl, how you doing? Today was a good day. I just ran to the store right quick. That would be 3 different sound bites. Hey girl, how you doing? I just ran to the store today. Today was a good day. You know what I mean? So with my job that I got in this particular production company, S&T Productions, I would be more like a writer / assistant director. So the bulk of my day, to answer your question, is editing the script.
Okay.
That's the bulk of my day. I'm going through, I'm reading, I'm editing, and I'm formatting it so that when y'all look at it, it's easier to read. It's easier to memorize. So I break it down line by line, right? Instead of having a big paragraph like it was before I started editing it. So the bulk of my day is editing the script and formatting it. And then the second part of my day would be reaching out to the particular actors and actresses that need a little coaching, whether it's because they never did it before or they need help understanding the main director's idea for the character.
Yeah.
Then I do stuff like that. So basically I assist the director and the executive producer to help their vision become a reality, to make sure that the cast understands this is what they're looking for. You know what I mean? Like, make the character your own, but I need you to convey this emotion, this emotion, this emotion.
Super dope. And I've seen you in action doing that. I can't think of the word. I was trying to think of the word when you said like segments, but when you pronounce a word, what is that? And it got like 3 different
syllables.
Okay, there we go. I'm like, I cannot think of that. Like, I'm like, I know what I'm trying to think of, but I cannot think of that. So yeah, so I get it on that part, and it makes sense.
Yep.
So I feel like the more I learn about it, the more it makes sense to me. The more I can do better at my job. That's pretty dope.
You like me, as far as if you can break it down to me and make it make sense, then I can internalize it and I can deliver what you're looking for. But if it don't make sense, I can't.
It's hard.
It's hard.
And you explain things perfectly, and I can always like use my own examples where it really, really makes sense. So that a lot of people don't have that. Give you like, what you just say? You just talked around the board. Like, what do you mean? Like, yeah. So that part. In your experience, what challenges do individuals with chronic or autoimmune conditions face in professional environments?
I think a lot of the times it's the ability to focus long term, right? Because you got so much internal conflict, whether it's physical pain or mental distraction or being scrambled up because, for example, the depression, right? So with the depression, it was hard for me to tap into my creative bag. And that's why I let the music go, because I was depressed for so long. I couldn't get there. I couldn't tap into my creativity because my mind is like, it's here, it's there, it's here, it's there, it's up, it's down. And then it's the emotional part. Like, if I can't control my emotions, there is no way I can step out on stage and perform. Like, I'd be done started crying and broke down in the middle of a performance. You know what I mean? Like, it never happened, but it would have if I would have allowed myself to try and go into that mode, to try and be rapper Brie, you know what I mean? So I feel like a big barrier would be the ability to focus long term. I feel like we got to break it down into chunks when you got those type of issues going on. So it's like, we could do this today, right? We're gonna do your facial expressions today, but then next time we rehearse, we're gonna work on your lines. But then next time we rehearse, we're going to work on your body movement. Because if we try to do it all at once, that's way too much for somebody who already dealing with a bunch of shit.
That is so funny
Right?
that you say that, and that's how literally I prepare my day.
Yeah.
So I can be prepared, so I don't get overwhelmed and stressed out, whatever. I can deal with a lot, and that's literally what I do. Because sometimes I don't do my scripts all the time. It's
Yeah.
certain days that I do my scripts. So for you to say that, I'm like, dang, you hitting it right on the board.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that I have talked to before, like whether it's acting or having a professional career as far as like in the medical field or anything else, a lot of people said they didn't go after their dreams because of what it is that they have.
Yeah.
And because I experienced a lot of things, I knew that you can have accommodations in college.
Yeah.
You just got to speak. And a lot of people that are in accommodations, depending on if you go to a big university or not, they don't even know what accommodations is, and they work in that department.
Yeah.
So you get shuffled around a lot. But if you continue to, keep names and all of the things, and it get tiring, you know what I'm saying? But it's there to help you if you have those autoimmune diseases. They have put something in place for people. So it definitely go hand in hand.
Yeah.
How can leadership make the workplace more supportive and include for people navigating individual illness? I think you said that, explained that with the last one a little bit.
Yeah.
Would you say the same thing?
I agree. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So balancing illnesses in segments. This episode touched on navigating a career while living with a supportive chronic illness. Why is this conversation so important?
I feel like a lot of the times when somebody don't look sick, yes, we tend to treat them like it's not stuff still going on, right? It's an important conversation because looking at you right now, I wouldn't know. You know what I mean? I'll be like, and it can get to a point where somebody will be like, oh, well, Savannah's just lazy. You know what I mean? She not into it. She not dedicated because she not doing XYZ the way you would do XYZ. But the way you would do something can't correlate to everybody else. Everybody got their own process, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I don't have no type of physical disease, but the mental shit,
that's just as
thank you.
That could be worse. You know what I mean?
Because how can you fix that? You know what I mean? I can't use pain meds to manage that shit. It's either addiction or get a hold of it. So I've been wrangling mine for the past 10, 15 years. Like,
you know what? Because you self-medicate, and that just tells me that you're very strong. But like just talking, like having a psychotherapist, a mentor, or a coach, it's things that you can do that can be beneficial for that. But because just hearing you that you are so strong, you might not take well to that.
I don't trust a lot of people.
And see, that's the thing. Like when you own your own story, no matter what nobody says, it won't affect you.
Yeah.
Because they talked about Jesus.
Yeah.
They're going to talk about you when you living in a mansion, when you living in the box. So at the end of the day, it's like you got to do what's best for you. And I'm definitely an advocate for therapy and coaching and mentors, because we all need that. A mentor need a mentor, a therapist need a therapist, a coach need a coach. Because we continue to grow throughout our lives and throughout our seasons. And we have to be in a mind frame to deal with certain things.
Yeah.
And people that comes with knowing themselves too.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And I know I need like a mentor to elevate to the next level in what I'm trying to do, right? Trying to lead a 9-to-5 lifestyle and work for myself and like contract out my services. So whether it be assistant directing in the writer's room, whether it be like a consultant for whatever industry. I've been doing customer service, administrative work for over 15 years, right? Since I can work. That's the type of field I've been in. So I'm like, it's gotta be a way I can turn my knowledge into some type of consultancy.
It is.
But I need help. And my issue is allowing myself to let somebody else step in, because I'm very type A when it comes to the professional side.
You sound like me.
Yeah.
You know what? Two things. Okay, so you looking for a mentor?
I am.
Any mentors out there that's really, really good, and if you're good or not, please comment or inbox us, because we're gonna get my girl together, and we got some dope ones here in the city too. Number two, you got to release that control. So for me, when I be teaching some of my clients, depending on what it is that we talk about, like becoming her or something like that, you got to release that control. I got to break you all the way down because it's somewhere along the line where it stemmed from your childhood.
Yep.
And then, so I got to break you all the way down to build you all back up.
Yep.
And if you utilize the tools that I give you,
Mhm.
you're definitely going to be successful. Like for me, I know I have a great thing going on, a
Yeah.
wonderful thing going on. Like no one is doing what I'm actually doing. I can sit here and say that proudly.
Right.
But if I didn't have people in place, my visibility wouldn't be what it is today.
Mhm.
So my manager, my producer, my video photography, my partnerships, my networking, it's taking me to the places that I need to be taken to, because me, I only could do so much in one day
Right.
before I'm exhausted and things ain't what it's supposed to be. So you do need that team to be solidified. And out of the 6 years, just speaking on Lupus Has No Face, my team have changed a couple different times.
Yeah.
But now my team is steady,
Yeah.
where it almost can run on autopilot. So we do need help. And I'm glad that you said it, because a lot of people are like, I don't need help. You do need help.
Yeah.
You need people that have resources in different places that you ain't never met before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my producer, he's very well known.
Mhm.
And that's what he do. He research, he knows a lot of events that's going on, places that I need to be,
Yeah.
visibility, people to know me. And that's his thing. He on that
Right.
path. Versus me, I'm gonna take all day looking for that. I don't got time.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the people that is behind the scenes, because they make it go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's pretty dope. What advice would you give to someone trying to pursue their professional goals while managing healthcare challenges?
Don't give up. Be vocal. You don't have to tell them, you don't have to tell people everything you're going through. But I do think it'd be beneficial to let people know, like, hey, I got this going on. Be patient, have grace, and build a team.
Team is important.
It's very important. And that's a lot of the reason why my podcast ended up stopping, because I'm like, I could do it myself. Girl, I'm shooting, I'm editing, I'm marketing. I was burnt out.
Yes, you were.
No, you can't. You can't do this by yourself. But that was in 2020. And at the time, I wasn't done working on me. I couldn't let go of that control, because I don't trust you. I don't know you. I'm straight.
You gotta give people a chance. And like for me, like I said, my producer, my manager, which is my friend too, who I'm always out with, because he listens to me, we match very well.
Yeah.
When it comes to business, there's nothing that we're not gonna do together, because I allowed him to come in with that trust.
Yeah.
Like I allowed him to talk to me in certain things, and I allowed me to step outside of my box. And it went just how I was supposed to get. And he always critiquing me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it works both ways. But see, as much as he's beneficial to me, I'm beneficial to him as well.
Right.
So we feed and eat off of each other. You know, people that I may have come to the podcast, or they see that I'm doing such a great job, I tell people, like, I got a producer, I got a manager. They like, well, who? I'm like, well, Tony is okay. Are you taking new clients? Like, you know,
Right.
you know what I mean? So I can send them over there. Is this something you want to deal with? So a team is very important. Like I can call him and be like, I need those edits. He have them to me just like this. Me, I might take a month to do something like that. And it might not be as great as it won't be as great as what he does.
Yeah.
So you have to just trust it and give them pieces by pieces by pieces. And then once they can show you that they are able to deliver, then you give them that whole title.
Yeah.
Because I can just tell him like, hey, I want X, Y, and Z. He'll have it done. I'm like, okay, this is really dope. This is really great. Just take this picture off and put this picture on like this picture.
Yeah.
Because he listens to me.
Yeah.
So
That's important. Listening.
it is important, because I don't want him controlling what I got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he don't want me controlling what he has. Like we gotta have those boundaries. And I feel like if you come in with that, it'll be super dope. Like even though I met you somewhere else and your energy is dope, I still respect your title. I still respect Teddy's title,
Right.
because that's how you brought me in.
Right.
Now every door is not a good door. All doors that open up for me when you was like, you gotta be open and honest about your illness and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that back to traditional work as well. On the applications, it's very beneficial for you to put your illness or your problems on that paper when they ask you if you had or in the past, because when that time comes, they're going to honor that. But if you sit up there and don't put it on there, They look through those paperwork
Yeah.
before they start accommodating you, and they will make it very hard. So it's not like you won't get hired. People think that they won't get. I used to think that I won't get hired,
Yeah.
but no. HR is there to protect us. It's is there so that the company won't get sued.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So and if you can try to prove that they're not hiring you for your disability, you can definitely do that. But people don't understand. Companies have a certain portion of people they have to hire that has disabilities.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But you won't know unless you talk about it.
Yep. And they get grants for hiring people with disabilities.
There you go.
Like government guaranteed grants. Yeah.
And people don't know that.
They
What you don't know is what you don't know. So you got to talk about it. Like me having lupus, when I didn't understand it, I didn't tell nobody at a young age. I'm like, because I didn't understand it myself.
How young were you?
Oh my God, I was 12, 13 years old.
Really? Wow.
I wasn't even sexually active, and I thought I caught it. Like that's how it was playing on my mind. Like, how did I get this?
He breathed on me.
I promise. I was like, how did I get this? But that's how I didn't know.
Yeah, you was a baby.
Yeah. So when I accepted it, that's when I started doing real good and just started being vocal about it. You know, most people wouldn't know. It made a lot of people uncomfortable, but my tribe is gonna be my tribe. You know what I'm saying? People be wanting people to be around them, but then certain things is too much for individuals to handle. And it's okay. Because people that's going to respect your illness and be that's what you want help when you can't do your regular activity.
Yeah.
And your team is supposed to provide that.
Because if they're not, why are they around? I feel you 100%.
How do you personally stay motivated when life throws unexpected obstacles at you?
I'm a firm believer in everything happening for a reason. Firm, because when I look back on the craziness that I've been through, the craziest situation, but if I play my life in chronological order, I can see this had to happen as much as it hurt me in order for this to happen. So when life throw me them curveballs, A-Rod, you feel me? I'm knocking them out the fucking park. Like, it's okay. I'll be all right. I done climbed out of a hole once, and I'll do it again. I'm going to do it until the Most High tell me, you good, baby, sit down.
You are speaking that stuff like what she is coming through. Thank you for tuning in, Precious. Good evening to you as well, my lady.
Hey, Miss Precious.
No, you are like being really raw and authentic with that, and that's super dope. Like, people do not understand. I didn't understand it. I'm like, if I follow the rules of life, right? They tell you to go to school, get straight A's, but that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
that is what you're supposed to do, right?
Right.
You go to school, you go to college, like you pay your bills on time. But it don't work that way. So life then started kicking my a-hole into I was in my 30s. And I'm like, why did it wait so late? So when things started coming at me, I didn't know how to handle it because I never dealt with certain things like that. And my reaction to certain things would be, to some people, just crazy. Like, I couldn't understand it. And so then I'm like, it makes sense. Whatever, all the glitter and glam, you gotta go through the gloom. You have to go through the gloom. It only makes sense so you can understand. And I keep saying it so you can understand it. And you're supposed to bring people with abundance. Yeah. And you're supposed to sustain it. Because if you don't know how to manage $100, how are you going to manage $1 million? I will spend $1 million in a month.
Girl.
That's not a lot of money.
Girl. Let me get closer. Girl.
And people don't understand that. So, I hear so many people talk about relationships and how we're not aligned anymore and how they're aggravating each other and all of that. I'm not going to go too much because you can catch that on Glamorous Conversations. But people need to understand at a certain age, you're going to fall out of love. Yeah. You got to figure out how to get back there. You know what I'm saying? It takes that communication piece. Y'all not going to like each other because if y'all was together for a pretty long time, you changed and he changed. And so many people grow apart or go in their own direction. What they see themselves like, they forget about what it looked like growing together. You know what I mean? So you have to go through that ugliness and you got to be able to understand it. And then I feel like when you go through that ugliness, it's your job to thank God and tell your testimony, because I feel like that's where I know that's where my blessings come from.
Yep, sharing your testimony, because it's gonna hit somebody that it needs to hit. Even if they don't like, share, subscribe, comment. You know what I mean? My following not big, but I get people coming up to me, DMing me all the time. I'm mostly on TikTok, but even when I was on Facebook and Instagram, I get people telling me all the time, like, oh, your video helped me, it saved me from this, and that. And it could be like, well, why you ain't following? Why you ain't subscribing? Why you ain't sharing? I should be blowing up. I should be monetized. But that's not my calling. I've been told my calling is to share the things that I can't get off my mind. So if something is in my mind and I can't stop thinking about it, I know that's the Most High saying, yeah, this is something you need to talk about. So I talk about it. It's going to hit who it's meant to hit. I don't care if you get 5 views. If it helped them 5 people, that's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? And that's how I know I'm better behind the scenes. Like, I don't need the notoriety. I don't even need the money. I'm good. I live a comfortable life. I'm not rich. I'm not balling. Like, I don't go on trips every other month. None of that shit. But I'm good. You know what I mean? I find wealth in the fact that I could wake up in the morning and not be sad that I woke up. I done came far. And I thank the Most High every day for that.
That is so dope. Tone, I know I said you need a mic, but he does have the mic. You did. I give you A for effort. But I want to shout out to my girl Mikhail D and her husband Devon. Then when we went to what was Power Moves, Money Moves. Okay, we went there and his name was Brandon, right? Okay, shout out to Brandon Boyd. We went there and he was like, the goal is not to get all of those followers, it's to get the quantity. You don't, if you're chasing for the dollar and the numbers, you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And so how you are operating within your realm, right? And a lot of people see you. People don't want to give people flowers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's why I say, like, continue to do. Because when I was looking at your videos last night, I was like, dang. And I do not discuss politics because it can go crazy. Yeah. But when you said that, I'm like, people don't even understand that. Like, and I'm like, you are so intelligent. Not that if you wasn't, I wouldn't like you less, but you are so intelligent and you were speaking what the world do not want to understand. Yeah. They always want to put something on somebody, but when you are in industry like that, you got to look at what was done before they actually came into the house. Exactly. And so when I seen that, I'm like, this girl,
Jim after
wanted to have my popcorn loud.
Let's go ahead and clap it up for her. I went and found me a cord, so now y'all can hear me whenever she asks me questions.
Yay.
Cool. All right,
listen,
sounded like Barry White
the other day. I said, I hear him talking, but I don't hear what he's saying. I need to hear this man because it sounds like he got some good questions.
I have some great questions. I have some great insight, but this ain't my show.
I know that's right.
This ain't my show.
Go ahead with a question. What question you got? You got a mic now. What's
I ain't
up?
got no question.
You got a question today?
Not today, because you know what? She's answering everything
she is
so phenomenally.
She is.
But I will say this though. Here at TDR Network, we are always here welcoming new people who want to bring back their old podcast with a beautiful new update. And as you can see here at this luxurious studio located on 68th and Capitol, we can help you bring your dreams to vision.
And it's nice, y'all.
Period.
Like,
so once this show is over, we will be talking.
I'll say less, Mr. Tone.
Drop the mic.
That's what I like. Because if Savannah trusts you, I trust you.
Oh my God. We're going to be moving on to conversations and leadership. What does compassion leadership looks like in action?
I think it's a lot of, and that's why I say listening is important. I think it's a lot of active listening, not listening to respond. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people do that. And I find that if you actively listen, if you listen to understand, that's what actively listen mean. If y'all don't know, but if you listen to understand, it'll help you give whoever you dealing with or whoever you coaching or whatever the solutions they need to elevate. Yeah. But if you listening to respond, you just want to go back and forth. You want to go, you want to ping pong talk. You want to have a conversation. Yeah. You're not providing no solutions. And without solutions, we ain't going nowhere. And I'm a firm believer in let's get it done. Let's get this done perfectionally. professionally,
There you go.
with perfection. There you go.
There you
I'm
go.
making a word.
No, sounding like Cam Newton making up those words, but no. So that is very, very true. And what I learned why people like ping pong like that, I'm gonna use your word, is because you made them feel some type of way.
Yep.
And it's like you got to take the emotion out of that. You have to take the emotion out of that, no matter how hard it is for you to listen, for me to listen to you. And let's just say I disappointed you.
Yeah.
And I'm just listening to that. And I'm just like, oh, my turn. Like, but you got to take that. Or you got to feel that. And you got to eat that, especially if you are at fault. And then you have to respond back. Because I found out once you do that, it resolves itself. It comes to a conclusion.
Yep.
And then that's being trustworthy too. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you hold yourself accountable
Yep.
for the things that I'm telling you, you've done or what I didn't like or whatever the situation may be. But it takes a lot out of someone to listen to someone ripping them down. And it ain't even ripping them down. That's a word that's how they feel though.
Yeah.
It's not ripping them down. It's we having an uncomfortable conversation.
Yeah.
And we having this conversation because I love you. You know, you mean something to me. You around me. So we need to have this because I don't want this happening no more. I don't just talk to anybody.
Right.
I let them, people done things to me and I let them just go about that because they don't mean anything to me. I don't have to be around them. But my people, they'll tell you, like, I have conversations with them because I love y'all. I want us to continue to grow and I don't want nobody feeling any type of way.
Right.
Every time I meet somebody or we develop a team, I be like, I know I can be a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
If you feel some type of way, you come to me. Because you can go to Susie, but Susie can't tell you nothing about me. She's going to give you advice that's either going to go against me or that's going to help you, and it's going to be worse either way. I'm the only one that can help you about me.
Facts. Because I'm me.
I'm me. I can explain. I can tell you why. And if it's something that I've been doing my whole life, I can say to you, like, listen, I've been doing this a long time, girl. Give me a minute. It's going to take me a while not to call you that.
Right.
Just bear with me. Just know I'm working on it, okay?
Right.
And if you love me and you my people, you're going to be like, all right, because I'm trying.
Yeah. I think that's why me and you click, because I'm the verbatim. I say the same thing to people, like, I could be a lie. Just let me know if I'm doing too much. But you got to let me know with love. Because if it's some envy, if it's even a little trace of envy behind it, block. You going to the graveyard. That's what I call my block list. You're in the graveyard, baby. I don't need you. 8 billion people in this world. I'll find somebody else.
Yes. And it's not that, because I've been asked, like, you know, if you know you're a lot, then why you don't turn down? Well, I don't think I'm a lot to myself.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what other people think. And a lot of people say that. So I may be a lot to you in your world, but not in my environment. I don't want to change anything about me.
And why would you turn yourself down? You want people around you who can accept you for you.
Yo, like,
You know? Like,
Mm.
I'm never going to dim my light. I spent too many years doing that. Hello? And now that I rebuilt myself to the woman I want to be, and you know, it's a lifelong journey. I'm going to always be building and growing.
For sure.
I'm never going to dim my light again for anybody or anything. Because at the end of the day, I came here alone. I'm going to leave alone. It's nice to have friends in between. But if all I got is my sisters and my daughter, I'm fine with that. I'm happy there. That's my happy place. My little circle is about the size of a degree, you know? Real shit. And I don't mind that. I don't mind adding people either when I meet good people, but it's okay if it's just my sisters and my daughter. That's cool. And eventually my man, whenever he find me.
Your future husband. Because we don't, if we don't have to have chaotic in our life, why? I had said this to someone, because they was bringing chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I said, have you ever looked at the group of friends that I have? Have you ever looked at how they treat me? I said, what make you think you can come in my life and cause chaos? I said, you have to look at, because for me, I'm going to look and see how you treat him and treat her. Because eventually, if you're doing something I don't like, I know I'm next. Just depending on when you feel that I'm next. I used to think that I would never be next because, no, they can't treat me like that. No. That's a part of their character. Okay.
My daughter, daddy. He wouldn't do me like that.
Ooh, I can't wait till you come on some glamorous conversations. Okay. How can assistant directors or managers create safe spaces for employees who may be struggling silently?
always at the top of my list when it comes to professional relationships is active listening. But since we went over that, we're going to go to the next point. I feel like to create safe spaces, you have to genuinely come into them with love.
Yes.
Right? Because if you're not entering a situation with pure-hearted love, then there's room for all of the dark emotions. Because at the end of the day, as a manager, a coach, assistant director, whatever, I'm here to service you, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I was your coach, if I'm your assistant director, I'm here to help you elevate yourself, to help you be better in whatever role that I'm trying to bring out of you. You know what I mean? So I feel like if I don't come to you genuine, if I don't come to you with love and with open arms, like, okay, tell me how you feeling, and then we gonna roll from there. Tell me what you need, and then we gonna roll from there. It take a lot of caregiving, a lot of nurturing.
Yes.
And if it's not in you, I don't think you would be a good fit for those type of positions, because you have to have that in order to help. You can't be a healer. You can't help people. You can't be this nurturing caregiver if you're not willing to open your heart and lead with love. The people around you can only feed off your energy, right?
That is so dope.
Oh, yeah.
And when you say, I love the fact that Teddy asks us, like, because I'm so bad with names. He asks everybody name and how you feeling, what's the highlight. I think that's an icebreaker. You know what I'm saying? I think, like, if somebody was to say I had a depression, like, it's he has a follow-up to help with that. So I'm glad that he cares enough to ask us instead of just going in, because some people never get asked, like, how are you doing?
Yeah.
How was your day today?
Yeah.
And they the doers. You know what I'm saying? They could just be on their breaking point. So the fact that he does that, I'm sure everybody can appreciate that.
Yeah.
So shout out to Teddy.
Shout out to you, Teddy. Teddy Rooks. No, that's not really his name.
Everything. What have you learned about empathy through your work?
I don't really think I learned about empathy through work. I'm an empath. Like, I feel the energy. It stick to me, right?
I got the worst.
It is. And that's why you won't catch me out in the bars, in the clubs, at the big events. I'm not doing that, because as soon as I walk into the room, I feel it. And before I got into my spiritual journey, I didn't know what it was called. I used to tell my sisters all the time, my daddy got 12 kids. My mama got 4 of his 12. One of his other kids, which is my sister, we don't do half shit around here. That's my sister.
Okay.
Right? She 4 months younger than me. That was my road dog when I used to be in the streets kicking it. So we used to go out all the time. And then when I stopped, she like, Brie, why you don't come out no more? I'm like, girl, I walk into the bar and everything stick to me. I can't shake it off. And back then I didn't know what it was, so I didn't know how to cleanse myself, right? So I learned about empathy through trying to regulate my own empathic energy. And with work, it helps me to have that empathetic soul, because how you said when I walked in and it's like, oh, she got this warm light, she genuine, she's straightforward, but it's with love. That's because I'm an empath. That's because I can feel you getting frustrated. Okay, let me make it softer for you. You know what I mean? Because I don't want you frustrated. A frustrated mind can't receive nothing.
Can't. Or don't want to.
Or don't want to, because you done shut down.
Yeah.
That way, when I'm irritated, I'm shutting down. And that's why I know I can't be no actor. Because the interviewer pissed me off.
Where you going? You signed the contract. You supposed to be here.
And I'm going to sit in the corner like I'm only here so I don't get fined. You know what I mean? Like,
that is so funny, but that's so dope. So what do you do now when you go into large crowds? Because we was at a large crowd. We're going to a large crowd tonight. Well, it may not be large, but what do you do? Did you prepare yourself?
Yep. I got to mentally prepare. So, like, I was able to say yes to you on the drop of a dime because I haven't been nowhere in a while.
Okay.
So my social battery is charged.
Oh.
Right? I got to take a little time. Like, I need to be in solitude and isolation for at least 2-3 weekends in a row before I can go out for a weekend or two. Right. And now I'm getting better at it, though. Like, the more I educate myself, the more I delve into it, the more tools I'm gathering to be able to, like, okay, I'm finna go in here. I'm gonna go until I feel this feeling. Once I start to feel overwhelmed or like, something finna happen, and anxious and shit, then it's time for me to go. Even if the party not done, even if we still having fun, all right, I'm gonna catch y'all next time, and then I'm gonna go home.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? Like I had to learn myself. I had to learn my emotions, and I had to learn what it felt like when I was getting to the point of I've had too much. Because if I get overstimulated, like supremely overstimulated, I could black out. I could snap out, and I don't ever want that side to come out, because once I'm there,
You there?
there's no pulling me back. I don't care who it is, and I need my freedom. I do.
Oh my God. Listen, it's nothing like freedom, for real, for real. But that's good that you know yourself. A lot of people will die not knowing who they are.
Yeah.
They always living as being a mom, or living as being a wife, or living for their parents. And I always say, like, you know, a lot of relationships, I don't know why I keep going back to relationships, but a lot of relationships where you have like you know, them blended families that have problems with each other kids because you want to please your child, them kids gonna grow up and be married one day.
Yep.
So you need to be focused on that woman. You know, not neglect your children, but you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
And men seem not to understand that. Women seem not to understand that. And it's like, you not ready to date, or you not ready to be a husband and wife if you cannot understand that.
Yeah.
Because when you are married, it's God first and then it's your woman. Your kids is not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have to have that already instilled in you.
Yeah, you do. Or be willing to understand why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if we have a conversation and you just like, nah, this how I am. This just what it is. Okay, you got a closed mind. That's cool, but we can't rock. I can't go no further with you because my mind is too open to pause for your closed mind to catch up. You know what I mean? Like I've been there, done that. I will never do that again. And that's another form of dimming your light, because now you
that's abusive.
It
too.
It is. And a lot of men do that on purpose because they understand that. Men are not as dumb as we think, right? The game is different for them. And
Oh, glamorous conversations coming soon.
Yeah, I'm like, let me not go about that.
We gonna move on.
I'll come back.
Identity and self-worth. Chronic illness often affects confidence and self-identity. How can people maintain their scene of worth during difficult seasons? So, like, I know you don't need no example.
Give me an example.
Okay. So, like, I'm coming in today, and say I have the squid lupus, and I just have a blemish on my face, and you don't want me to have on makeup today because it's supposed to be natural scene, and I'm asking you, can I put on makeup? How can you help that actress feel comfortable within their own skin, or what would you do?
With that, let's stick with that example, right? So with that example, if that were to happen, when you come in, first of all, I'm on your podcast with a pimple patch.
It's cute though.
Blemish is out because I don't know how to do makeup. Right,
but you and your skin is flawless. You can see the glow, girl. I told you that. You got some good skin.
You did tell me that. Thank you, because I'm going through perimenopause and I'm having these breakouts that I've never had, and I don't know what to do with it.
I have somebody that you can go to. Her name is Ashley Dietrich.
You told me about her, and I looked them up. Okay, that's different. Okay. So with the example though, what I would do, me and you, we would go to the side, right? Tell me why you feel like you can't be on camera with your blemish, or why we can't do this rehearsal with your blemish, right? And then you're going to give me your reason. And then we're either going to move forward with you just covering up your blemish, depending on how deep-rooted your reason is, because I don't want you to feel insecure. That's not what this is. I need you to be comfortable. You know what I mean? Or we going to talk it through to the point where you like, you know what? You right. We ain't got to worry about this because it's not going to be in the film. We just doing test screening, or we just doing rehearsal, or whatever. But my job and my role as an assistant director is to make sure that you are at your most comfortable. So that way you can perform at your best, right? So if you feel better covering up your blemishes, baby, cover it up. But I don't want you to do a full beat. You know what I mean? We just gonna do a little what is it, concealer?
Yeah,
we just gonna do a little
that's it.
We gonna blend it out.
Yeah,
I be researching.
That's all it takes. And I asked that question because not that I'm uncomfortable, but when I'm light, like without my makeup, I'm very bright.
Yeah.
well, you see me without my makeup. And if I have blemishes and I'm on camera, I want to uphold a certain image.
Yeah.
So I asked this person, I'm like, I was like, I'm gonna get my makeup done for the trailer. And he's like, I'm letting you know right now that it's gonna be some natural scenes. I'm cool with natural scenes, but I said if I got some blemishes that I want to be covered up, can I just, just own it? And he's like, no. We was going back and forth. He was like, well, I'm gonna have somebody else oversee you. And
that's why you got put on my team.
Because I was going back and forth. He's like, you don't wake up like that. And I'm like, but it won't be a full face. It would just be, he didn't understand it. He was like, you know what? If it's just that important, I'm gonna have somebody else oversee. Yeah, I was like, thank you.
Sometimes he need to see a different perspective because he's so stuck in his vision and what he got vision. But it's like, it's not gonna hurt your trailer if she come in with a natural beat at all. Who's gonna know? Who's gonna know other than you because she told you? You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of the time with men, when it comes to women things like that, like you feeling like, oh, I want to maintain my image. I got other stuff going on outside of this project that I need to uphold for me, my brand. I feel like he just need a different perspective. And I'm gonna get that to him.
I love you for that. Cause I was having him go through my pictures and I was like, well, I just did a podcast on Tell the Truth, Say the Devil. If y'all ain't following that, please go follow that.
It was good. I watched it.
I was like, I didn't have no makeup on, but I had lipstick on. I said, how do I look there? Do I look natural to you on there? Because I didn't have no makeup on.
Yeah.
He was not hearing me, but that's why I was going back and forth with that. What message would you give to a woman and man, because men have autoimmune disease as well, who feel unseen because of their health journey?
Make yourself big. Stop shrinking yourself. Take up room in take up space in every room you enter. Because if you don't shine a light on yourself, you can't expect nobody else to do it for you. You can't expect nobody else to see you in a light that you're not putting on yourself. You know what I mean? Don't be scared to be you.
And it's not that bad. Once I becoming of her too, because I teach that as well. But when I was younger and becoming of her, it's not that bad as we think it is to other people and that other side. You know what I'm saying? Because when I see other people and they just like, oh my God, I'm doing this, or my limp is very bad because they had surgery, like hip surgery, and they have a limp. I'm like, it's not that bad.
Right.
That don't take away from your character. And people fall in love with your character, your heart. You understand what I'm saying? But when you're going through those times or hair loss, anything, we like forget the inside. I look crazy on the outside. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have that in order to even get through life. So that's dope, and that's pretty big for a lot of people with formality or things of that nature. But once you feel comfortable with who you are, everybody else is a blur.
That's a fact. And it's too many ways to enhance your outer shell. You know what I mean? If your hair falling out, get you a wig.
And that's when I became a wig lover.
Thank you.
I got my hair back now though, but that's when I fell in love with it.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. Like a lot of people assume because I got locks that I'm one of those natural hair women who like, why you got that on? That's European hair and no, baby. Because if I can fit these locks under a wig, which I can, and I have.
That's pretty dope to me. I be wondering how y'all do it.
You just braid it down because my hair is naturally fine. Thin,
right?
I
can see it. And it's real shiny and cute.
Oh, thank you. It's so sweet. Just braid that shit down, girl, and put it on. But I couldn't wear I probably could, but I wouldn't wear a wig like yours because then it'll look big because it's straight.
Okay.
But I like big hair. I like the big froze and the curly hair. You know what I'm saying? I like shit like that. But I tell people all the time, girl, get you a wig. Get you a wig. Get you some makeup. Men wearing wigs now too.
And I know a couple people, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And I ain't gonna go into this. I ain't gonna do it.
Is it real? I don't do that shit.
People be like, well, what's the difference with women? That's a huge difference.
It's a big difference.
And I also feel like girls that is not so shouldn't be deceitful with the makeup, because I'm gonna keep it like that. Me, when I take my makeup off, I look way much younger. My skin is good. I'm with it with both ways.
Yeah.
I'm really like that. Don't come for me, y'all.
Because at the end of the day, to each his own.
To each of his own. In your opinion, what makes a woman still shine, or man, no matter what season she or he is in?
Personality, confidence.
Man, Personality is everything. Like you
Everything.
can have you can think, you can, but that personality is gonna shine, and people do not understand that. Your personality will get you through.
Yes, it'll get you through doors you never thought your face would what you walk in.
I promise.
That's a fact. You see some of my dating history, baby, you'll be like, Brie, and I'll be like, baby, his personality is beautiful.
And that's what people do not understand.
Yeah.
Like you can be pretty as all outdoors, but what about your heart? What
Yeah.
about your attitude? Because some people that's in positions, higher positions, you could tell they don't want to be there.
Yeah.
They're nasty.
Yeah,
Like
extremely
nasty.
Mhm.
And
Girl, I work in the
Yeah.
healthcare field. I work at a nursing home, and a lot of the nurses, which is like the head clinical staff, and nobody above a nurse in a nursing home, they hate it, hate their jobs, hate the people. Like, why are you here? Why are you here?
I had to I had to say something yesterday to someone. I was like, I'm not one, because I told her, I said, I'm not one of those nurses that do not help.
Mhm.
It's and I have to say it is a lot of nurses that act like they too big, they're bigger than the program.
Yep.
You are in a healthcare field. I don't care if this is your title or not. It's an oath that we take.
Thank
It's
you.
in your heart. So I don't care if your CNA is busy or your P whoever busy.
Mhm.
If you see something, do something. That is not beneath us, and I will do it all.
Mhm.
Like, and they be shocked, and I'm like, I'm not one of them. Like, I will help you.
Yeah, and that's why you in the high position you in.
Thank the
'Cause you do
Lord.
your job. Hello.
Yeah, because I'm just like, like I've seen some nurses that I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
What?
all the time.
You a whole nurse. You not doing what? And I used to not get in trouble, but they used to be like, why are you doing that? Where's your CNAs?
Yeah,
Because I was in here
yeah,
and it needed to be done.
right. They with another resident, like patient, whatever. They with somebody else. I
My
do this.
CNAs will tell you, I don't look for them.
Yeah.
Cause I take I like doing it actually.
Oh, that make a difference.
You know what I'm saying? I like doing it, and when I do it, I'll go above and beyond.
Mhm.
Like I had gave this when I was a floor nurse, I had gave this whole patient a whole entire bath. Because some of them CNAs, I'm not gonna lie, some of them don't do their job.
Yep.
And I ain't know when the last time he got baby, I didn't have his chart. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do a whole thing, freshen them up, and I did the whole 9. So the next time, I don't know when, but I know today he enjoyed it. So, and you can tell when they be enjoying themselves, and that makes everything out of me, because I was sick at one time.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to go through anything. My mother, I mean not my mother, my dad, my sister, my family came and watched. They was rotating around the hospital, so they never was able to treat me bad. I never experienced it,
Right.
but I knew the care that I did have, and they was
Mhm.
working around the clock in the hospital taking care of me.
Mhm.
So I just give it back, and I
Yeah.
do it with grace. Like,
Yeah.
you want to listen to some music? You want to? And they just be like,
'Cause that's all they need is somebody to treat them like they human.
like,
Do me like you want to be done when you in this position.
yeah, it's so crazy. That's another
Mhm.
conversation too.
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna move on to closing segments, right? So, what has this journey taught you about strength?
Strength is more mental than anything else. Like, if your mind not right, you will not go far in any position you in, whether it's professional, romantic relationship, friendships, whatever. If your mental ain't right, you gonna self-sabotage every single time. Every time.
You will.
Yeah.
And I love on my people the way I do. And when I see someone was uncomfortable me bringing it's not weak, but me making them feel vulnerable.
Yeah.
But if I love you, I want you to grow.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just grow. We are growing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And even for me, I'd be like, I'm not at my best today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because people get it confused what grieving look like. You know, I had to
Yeah.
bury my mom December 10th.
Oh, I'm so
And
sorry.
thank you. And people don't understand, but I have my days, but I have my system too. I'll be like, I ain't doing so good today.
Yeah.
But they make me feel comfortable letting them know, like, I'm not doing too good today. You know what I'm saying? It's hard right now.
Yeah.
But I'm within the realm, so I don't need to be on medication or have a psychotherapy, because we all have a realm.
Yeah.
So my highs and lows are at a point where I can still handle them.
Mhm.
But I just say that to say, like, that's why your team is so important,
Yeah.
regardless of what it is.
Yeah.
How can listeners connect with you after today's episode?
I am on IG, TikTok, Threads, Facebook. Everywhere is just JUS_KWEENIN, Queenin with a KW. On Facebook, I'm Brie Harris. I haven't really been active nowhere but TikTok, but I'm getting back on Instagram because Threads is my new addiction. I said,
Really?
I like this.
What's the difference? Okay, we got Tone in the
I got to
building.
bring my mic close for this one.
Okay.
Thread is so peaceful.
Yeah.
Everybody think of it like a professional version of Twitter minus the filth, farm filth. Because everybody is they have conversations, they talk, they're uplifting. There's little small mini communities inside of them. So if you just want to go on there, and I'll use me for an example because I'm on Threads, and I just want to talk to different AI content creators, I can literally just make my timeline have a little category that I can click on, and that's all that's in that category. And you know what's funny? You're on Threads too, and I don't think you realize you're on Threads because because since it's owned by the same people who own Instagram and Facebook. So whenever you post something on Facebook that's not a photo, it automatically goes over to Threads. Anytime you post anything on Instagram, no matter what it is, it automatically goes over on Threads.
So that's the classy one of them all.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's the ones who drink. It's the ones who drink their wine with their pinky out.
Yes, it is. Because I'll be at home like,
really?
You over there.
Because talk to me, I understand glam. So that's the classy one.
Yeah.
Facebook is ratchet, and then Instagram is the middle, right?
Instagram is aesthetic.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's more like I have a look I have to maintain. I mean, I'm really ghetto on the low,
but I'm
but I'm gonna act like I'm rich over here, you know. And then Twitter is just filth, farm filth.
Twitter is crazy. Twitter is
it's so crazy it had to be called X.
Yes.
Yeah.
Twitter is the new X and XX. If you know, you know.
If you know,
I know.
You know.
Okay. Thank you for tuning in, Sean. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe.
Hey, Sean.
How can listeners connect with you? Oh no, I'm sorry. Final words. So what is your takeaway that you can tell people, or what you would like to share to tell people?
Be you authentically. Take up space. Don't be afraid to let your ailment be known, whatever that may be, whether it's mental or physical. People can't help you in the ways you need to be helped if they don't know how to help you.
Oh,
right.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, if you in any type of coaching, caregiving type of role where your job is to make people better, active listening. If you don't take nothing else away from this, take away active listening. Listen to understand, not to respond. I promise you, y'all will get further.
I am going to have to piggyback off of her with that coaching and stuff like that. You have to live it too. You have to live what it is that you teach, because if you just show up to do your job, it's going to eventually show. Yep. You know what I mean? So you have to live what it is that you do. Always educate yourself, seeing one of the latest things out there, implement that into your own life, and that helps you be more authentic in that role as well. This is Lupus and Everything. We are not in a box, so this is why this podcast is important. I'm on this platform to let our warriors, whether you have lupus or not, any autoimmune disease, to let you know it's lupus and everything. Lupus and finances, lupus and character, lupus and everything. And lupus is important because I have lupus. So I'm just educating you guys and letting you guys know you do not have to be in a box. It's a whole world out there that's going to love on you. Take advantage of it. Advocate for yourself. Be loud. Be seen. We do have a diaper drive that we're currently doing right now, that we're going to go ahead and put on the screen. We're collecting diapers right now up until February 28th, and then a date will be coming soon in March, so we can have the community to come out. There is a link, Amazon link on my page, that you can just go and purchase something. You can go donate on the Lupus Has No Face website. But we want to give back to the community because we know times is hard right now. And yes,
I was going to let you finish.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and I want to go ahead and give a shout out to all of y'all who have already started donating. We have been receiving Amazon packages throughout the week. it's literally been every single day I walk into the studio, there's a new box sitting outside the door. So thank you for that. Shout out to those in the community who have been sharing, have been talking about it. It's getting to the point where I walk in somewhere and they're asking me, Tone, are you going to be at the studio this weekend? Because I got something to drop off. So thank you for everybody who is really helping out. We want these babies to have dry bottoms. Give them the Cash App for Lupus as well, too.
Oh, the Cash App is L as in Larry, H as in Henry, N as in Nancy, F as in Frank 2020. No.
Yes,
Is it?
that's
No.
correct.
Okay. Yes, that's correct. I'm like, no, that is correct. LHNF as in Frank 2020 is the Cash App.
Shout out to our sponsors.
Shout out to all of our sponsors. I can't. Can you see that on there, Tom?
Oh. Well, first of all, shout out to TDR Network, as we are definitely a sponsor. Shout out to SNA Coaching. Shout out to Al Boogie and his organization. Matter of fact, we will be a part of the Red Ball February 7th. So if you already have bought tickets to come to it, bring the diapers with y'all.
Yeah, bring the diapers with y'all.
We not like that. We'll just open the back seat of the car. You know, where if you run into us anyway, hell, we at Brownstone. Bring the diapers to us.
Bring them to us.
We wherever we at, because let's be honest, people. Usually we out somewhere. You can follow Savannah. She'll tell you where we at.
Listen, y'all.
And
Savannah
if you
be
see
and
us,
busy, baby.
bring us the diapers. We are not like that. If you see me getting coffee, bring me the diapers, okay? If I am at a stoplight and you see someone dancing, give me the diapers. I'm not like that. Bring us the diapers.
Can I ask a question about the diaper dryer?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Is it any particular sizes that are in more demand?
No, bring whatever.
Okay.
Because and yes, pull-ups count too, people. Someone asked me this.
Yes, pull-ups count.
Pull-ups count too.
Because we have kids with autoimmune disease that's delayed and things like that. So pull-ups do count.
Pull-ups count. And no, we don't want adult diapers because believe me, we got enough of those already.
We do. So no adult diapers. We do have a lot of those.
We do got those. But we also
that
take
was an option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a lot of those.
Okay.
Because we like to help the elderly too.
Yeah,
They new babies again.
Yes,
they are.
We also wipes, baby lotions, baby supplies, whatever. Desitin, like all of it.
Okay.
All of it.
So all things baby.
All things baby.
Y'all taking clothes too?
You know what? Bring them.
Like new clothes?
We'll find something to do and bring
figure
them.
that out.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't care.
You
Bring
just
them.
added something on, and if you can't buy them, that's okay. We'll gently use. We'll take those. So we'll figure that out. I'm sure that some bags can go to the people that's coming to pick up diapers.
Well,
you know what I mean?
guarantee you they gonna need that too.
Yeah. So thank you for adding that on.
Yeah, of course.
Our community is showing up and showing out. You know,
really
I
are.
appreciate y'all. We are nothing without y'all. So understand that. I do appreciate y'all. Y'all make us go. Okay. I am your life coach, Savannah Burts. If you need any help in a life and wellness, please do go to snacoaching.com. And remember, y'all, that's watching this on Facebook. Facebook page is transitioning to the Savannah Burts brand. So you're going to see a lot of everything. So whatever Savannah Burts is into, that's going to be that on that particular page. I'm still going to be posting lupus stuff, but make sure you make your way to the podcast YouTube channel or to the Lupus Has No Face Facebook or Instagram LHNF, because that's where you're going to find the most updates for anything with lupus. Tone, if you don't have anything else to add, or Brie, if you don't have anything else to add.
I do not. This was fun. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby.
So she brung up SNA coaching, but you got to understand, not only is there an S, there's an A in coaching too.
Yes.
So for all your entrepreneur, career development, or business needs, we also offer coaching and guidance in that as well too. There are so many new small businesses that are out here in today's world, but the problem is a lot of them don't make it past the first 5 years because they're not properly taught what needs to be done. So here at H Coaching, we are definitely working with all of our small businesses, whether it's a crash course to make sure you got all your paperwork together, or if you've hit that roadblock where you just don't love it no more, but you want to keep going, we are definitely going to help you get there. So it's not only just about health and wellness, because that's just what she's good at.
Yeah.
But we also got you on the back end with the mental, the career development, and the business needs as well too. So come on through. That's S and A. So S and A coaching. No, because somebody will put just the N in there and be like, you got a whole Asian company. But they help you too, though. But no, you want to stay local. We cheaper. But sandacoaching.com, or you can call our business line, which is 414-710-1515. And believe me, we respond quickly.
Yes, we do.
We respond quickly. But that's all I got.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming in and scheduling me in your busy day. We greatly appreciate for having you on here. I am looking forward to having you on Glamorous Conversations as well, so we can get down and dirty with that.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for you guys tuning in. You already know that we're live every Wednesday at 6:30-ish on all platforms. Please like, share, and subscribe. This can help someone. And until next time.